They are one of England's most iconic football clubs, known for their legacy, loyal fans, and breathtaking football. But when it comes to Europe's biggest stage, Arsenal has always fallen just short. No Champions League trophy, no major European silverware. The question echoes through time. Why? Welcome back to Forgotten History, your home for the deepest football documentaries. In this video, we unpack the painful, thrilling, and often heartbreaking journey of Arsenal Football Club in Europe, from the first attempts to their closest moment in Paris, and the rivals who always seem to step ahead. Make sure to stick around and subscribe for part 2, where we break down what the future holds for the Gunners. Arsenal's European journey began back in the 1963-64 Intercities Fairs Cup, the competition that predated the UEFA Cup. But in those days, European football was still a mystery for English clubs. Arsenal lacked the experience, depth, and sometimes even the desire to prioritize continental glory. However, the turning point came in 1970, when Arsenal finally lifted their first and only European trophy, the Intercities Fairs Cup. It was a proud moment, beating Anderlecht in the final, but it was a one-off. The decades that followed, especially the 80s and early 90s, were dominated by domestic ambitions and inconsistent European campaigns. While clubs like Liverpool, Manchester United, and even Aston Villa found European success, Arsenal struggled to keep up. Whether it was tactical rigidity or bad luck, the Gunners remained a domestic giant with a continental blind spot. Arsène Wenger's arrival in 1996 marked a new dawn for Arsenal. His philosophy transformed the club: pace, flair, technical brilliance. Players like Thierry Henry, Robert Pires, Dennis Bergkamp, and Patrick Vieira lit up the Premier League. But in Europe, Arsenal couldn't quite translate their domestic dominance. They often fell to clubs with more continental pedigree: Valencia, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. The tactical fluidity that dazzled in England was frequently unraveled by European pragmatism. And then came 2006, their best shot. The Gunners reached their first ever UEFA Champions League final. In Paris, against a star-studded Barcelona side, Arsenal took the lead through Sol Campbell, despite being down to 10 men early on. It was heroic. It was heartbreaking. Late goals from Eto'o and Belletti crushed the dream. That night, Wenger came closer than ever, but almost became the story of Arsenal's European identity. After 2006, Arsenal's golden age slowly faded. Key players left. Replacements came, but never matched the same level. Year after year, Arsenal qualified for the Champions League, only to crash out in the round of 16, sometimes to the same opponents, like Bayern Munich and Barcelona, with devastating scorelines. In 2011, they beat Barcelona at the Emirates, offering a glimpse of revival. But the second leg brought reality crashing back. In 2013 and 2014, Bayern humiliated them. And when Wenger finally departed in 2018, Arsenal had become a club known more for almosts and rebuilds than results. Missed opportunities, poor squad depth, and questionable transfers haunted the post-Invincibles era. Arsenal began to fade from the Champions League entirely, reduced to chasing Europa League glory. While Arsenal stumbled, their rivals soared. Chelsea, once underdogs, won the Champions League twice. Manchester United, under Sir Alex, became European giants. Liverpool, with comebacks and consistency, lifted their 6th. Even Tottenham, their fiercest local rival, reached the Champions League final in 2019. The comparison was painful. Arsenal fans watched rivals achieve what had long felt within reach, but somehow never theirs. It wasn't just bad luck. It was mismanagement, wrong timing, and a lack of adaptability in modern European football. When Mikel Arteta returned as manager in 2019, Arsenal were far from their former glory. The Champions League was a distant memory, and rebuilding wasn't just a task, it was a necessity. Arteta brought structure, belief, and identity. He guided Arsenal to an FA Cup victory in 2020, but European success remained elusive. The club dropped into the Europa League, reaching the semi-finals in 2021, only to fall to former manager Unai Emery's Villarreal. Another bitter pill. But slowly, the signs of revival began to show. Young talents like Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and Gabriel Martinelli reignited hope. In the 2022-23 and 2023-24 seasons, Arsenal challenged for the Premier League again, restoring faith that the Champions League anthem might once more echo at the Emirates. Now back in Europe's elite competition, the question lingers. Is this finally the beginning of Arsenal's European redemption? For decades, Arsenal have been a club full of brilliance, passion, and potential, but empty of European silverware. From Wenger's near misses to Arteta's rebuilding project, the club's story in Europe has been one of heartbreak, transformation, and endless pursuit. Is it a curse, or just the cost of chasing greatness with principles intact? Only time will tell. But what's certain is that Arsenal fans remain loyal, their dream of hearing champions of Europe associated with their club still burning bright.